Thanks. I think that you well presented the pain and the solution, and you have a good understanding and presentation of the opportunity you recognize when the hospital are actually looking for more revenue stream. So it's very good. What I would like to understand in more details is what is your competitive advantage in refer to other products you can find out there. So you mentioned two, but I guess there are more, and south to the border, I guess there are many more, so they can leap easily, and you can find them out there at the market. And in addition, the target, you target the BC market, well, with just tiny place at the map. All North America is it's just here. I mean, the same phone call you are doing to Mission, BC, or to Kamloops can open doors at the same time zone at California. So again, thinking big.
Thank you. Well, Leah, to begin with, I think anytime you can tug at the heartstrings of an investor, you get their attention right away. I thought your lead-off was terrific, and making it very clear what pain you were actually going after. No pun intended, I'm sure, with a child in the hospital. I'm also not clear about the technology, and you weren't clear about how you must partner with the hospital. Sure, they're going to want a deal flow, but I don't know what's involved in the actual platform vis-a-vis how it gets installed, etc. And I don't really know enough about the competitors, to be honest with you, to know have you got something really quite unique to offer that means the hospital would want to engage with you. But that said, I think it's a great idea. There's a lot of people throughout a big spectrum that want to be entertained if they're not feeling too much pain when they're in that situation.
Well, you probably want to increase the number of graphics that you have just to keep the momentum going. People need to pay attention to what you say. You do understand the market size and the number of hospital beds in BC, like 6,800, somewhere around there. There's one thing. My suggestion is to go and find that niche inside those 6,800 beds. There are patients, they are so painful when they're in bed, they don't want to watch anything. Actually, they don't want to talk, they don't want to eat. So you have to find that little population that are sort of like recovering during that period of time. So you have to identify that marketplace. You did not talk about the capital cost, the initial investment to get all the hardware and the infrastructure in place. Secondly is that to work with hospitals that are owned by the government in Canada, for example, is a pain in the butt. Okay? It's going to take a very long time for you to go after that marketplace, especially when you already have an incumbent working with them. So your competition, find the niche market, and I agree with you, we are all aging, and that population is going up. 15% may be a little kind, but anyway, next time include somewhere between 55 to 65. That marketplace is going to be your sweet spot when you go after that market for this kind of business. They will go into the hospital for little nicks here and little tuck there and little refresh. But those are the people that you want to go after, that they will have time, they get bored. And they're usually not major surgery.
So like all the other panelists, I'll just say that you guys did a great job of kind of bringing together all the different stakeholders, and you kind of thought it through, so well done there. Second thing I guess I'd say is, you know, and I say this to all you guys, by the way, none of you have done it very well yet, but there's a lot of actually companies and experience available in the community here, you know, that have already serviced these markets and had wins in these markets. So this one leaps out, and I think Greg Pete would know a lot about this, right? So you might want to bring that out in your advisors or make a call there. Anyone in the room could probably set you up with a conversation with one of those guys. Well, anyone on the panel, I mean. And but you know, if you can access that local talent, that could give you a little more oomph. But finally, I was going to say the one thing I didn't get. I thought you were going there. You almost got there. But the one place you didn't go is just what about your box was going to make it. Like, why can't I kludge together those things in a browser? You know, there's a lot of services on the web. Facebook, I could build this and that in my iTunes. I can get access to that remotely. There's remote client stuff. I was kind of waiting for you guys to say, you know, we brought these technologies together on the box. And, you know, our competitive advantage is this deep integration with IVR and touch screen. And we're really going to address our community of users by making anyone, no matter how disabled, whether they're doing it with blinking or whether they're doing it with blowing or whether they're doing it with nose touches or, you know, whatever, how they were going to face with this thing. That's the one thing the market isn't doing that you guys maybe could do uniquely. And so I thought you were going there for a minute, and your card seems to think you're going there. But you guys didn't talk about that. And that was what I was missing. Like, what key aspects of this are you bringing together and you're going to integrate deeply so that you've got one all-in-one solution that, you know, addresses, you know, your core constituent pain and, you know, these people that are obviously struggling to interface with anything. Like, how are you going to address that? But otherwise, it was excellent.